Hey, I'm Mike Long. When I first started making money online around 10 years ago, I knew that there were people making money, even big money, but I just didn't know how. And through a lot of frustrating trial and error, I was eventually able to figure it out. But what I wanted more than anything else was somebody to take me by the hand and help me figure out what was going on, help me jack into a system for making money that really, really worked. And I eventually figured it out myself, but it was, one of the things that I've always realized is that I was very blessed during that time. And there were a lot of people that just did not make it. And since then, since I've had some success, I've had the good fortune of being able to help some people. And recently, I uncovered a hack, something that I find really, really extraordinary, and I was able to show it to one of my students, a young man named Rick Rivera. And Rick is just a young guy from Costa Rica. He'd never made a penny online, and he managed to contact me, and Rick asked me, what was the best way to make money? Well, I had figured out a way through the, over $20 million worth of online marketing launches that I put together. I stumbled across a hack that really lets you jack in directly to the big money that's being made in the biggest online marketing events in the world without a list, without a product, without paid traffic, without experience, without a bunch of tech skills, and that really lets you take things to the next level where you can be making money very quickly. And so I showed this system, and I'll explain in the report below exactly how I came across it and so forth. But I showed this system to a guy named Rick Rivera, and very shortly after that, Rick left me a voice message, and he let me know that he'd had some success. And that success was substantial. He had made over $10,000 in his first few weeks online. And shortly after that, I got another message from him. His earnings were up to $20,000 and then $30,000 in his first month online. And as I got to know Rick, I understood that he had really taken on and understood this idea. Now, what happened next was really extraordinary. I allowed Rick to share this hack with just a few of my other clients, guys and gals that were struggling to make money online, people that knew that you could make money online, but they just didn't know how. They had been working and working, trying process after process, listening to promise after promise, and they all wanted to get started, but just didn't know how. They wanted to get their feet wet when it comes to making money online, but they didn't know how. And Rick had figured it out. Could he share it with somebody else? Could he help other people dive in? Well, it turns out that Rick was not only very successful himself, but he had a knack for helping other people who were coming from the same position that he was, where they wanted to make money online. They had never made much money, if any, online. And he was able to share this system for jacking in to the biggest online marketing events in the world and being able to make money right away. And he was able to share it with somebody else. I mean, the next person he shared it with, Chris from South Africa. Chris made over $50,000 in 2 weeks. Then after that, we got another success story in from Adam Black, who made over $40,000 in just a few more weeks. The thing that was really exciting about Adam's story was that in his first week, Adam had made zero, but then he put in one little tweak that Rick shared with him, and his earnings blasted up to $25,000 the next day. And Rick's success continued to grow as well. It wasn't just that he was teaching other people how to do this. He started making more and more and more money with no list, no paid traffic, totally 100% legitimate, no product, no big tech expertise. And this guy's a total rookie, but he's able to jack in again and again and again to these big events. And it's really extraordinary. It's sort of like Neo in the Matrix, how he just plugs his brain into the computer and just downloads success. And that's what Rick was able to do. His earnings quickly blasted past the $100,000 mark in just a couple months. Now they're up around $200,000 just few months later. And there were other, relatively successful stories, other smaller success stories. Rob Jones and Mario Deal and person after person having success with this system. It kind of goes on and on. Brian Charles, some people a few $100s, some people a few $1,000s, some people even more. And so Rick had the idea, and I like this idea, to share his system with more and more people. And so we put together a program that we call launch jacking. And launch jacking is all about dialing directly in to these big, exciting events that we see in the online marketing world and profiting immediately with no list, no product, no customer service, no experience needed, no techie skills, no paid traffic, none of that stuff. And we put this product out, launch jacking, a few months ago, and it sold out very quickly because we only opened the platinum program of it to just 100 people, and those slots got snatched up right away. And unlike a lot of the other programs that you hear about where there's only 100 slots and yet they're still around several weeks or several months later, we actually closed down right away. And the reason we closed down was because Rick wanted to really focus on the success of his current members and helping new people who had just started out make some money. And the results have been extraordinary. I'll get into some of the details. Actually, there's an email opt-in box below. You can sign up and ask for more information. I actually sat down and Rick agreed to let me grill him on the details of his students' new successes and sharing a few tips and tricks of his own. But to give you a teaser, one of his students that had already had a little bit of success went on to make another $44,000 in just under 2 weeks with this system. Several other students. I mean, we've had just so much success, a huge percentage rate for such a small graduating class. I wish college had been like that for me. For me, college was nothing. I didn't make any money off of it. But this was something extraordinary. This isn't like college. This is a step-by-step training program that we reveal to people. Now, launch jacking has been closed for months, and we've had a lot of people ask us to come inside, and we've had to respectfully turn them down. But now, for a brief time, we've reopened the program, and I explained the details below, but there's really no reason for you not to jump in right now. We have a 60-day, no questions asked, refund policy. But I think it'd be crazy to refund this thing. I think it's extraordinary. We've had so many people have success because you're able to dial in to the power of these events and make money so quickly with no list, no product, no paid traffic, no techie skills, all 100% above board, all in very, very little time. Sounds too good to be true, but we have success after success after success after success to back our claims. So I would like you to come and join us. Get in, dive in. Jump in the pool. Come in with us. Take a ride, because the success that our students and clients are having is extraordinary, and it's so great to have a basis to get started with. Maybe you'll be like a lot of these guys and gals, like Patty, the launch jacking grandma who made her first $800 in her first couple weeks of doing this, and just go on and on and on from there. But maybe it'll lead to something else. Maybe your success, maybe you'll make a few $1,000s doing this and realize that there's an even better way for you to go. Or maybe you'll hammer down like Rick has and continue to pile on commission after commission. But either way, it's such a great way to get started online is to understand what you're doing, how to make money, and to be making money the whole way. So jump in, and I will see you on the other side.